Damn. Late night knowledge bomb. Whole lot of information. It got taken down, bro. I didn't take it down. That was straight up Babylon. Had to censor me, bro. I wanted to come on here and just talk my shit a little bit, talk with you guys. You know how I do. I wanted to talk about leadership and the role true leadership has in shaping the future and shaping our reality. So first and foremost, what people need to really understand is that the youth is the future. The youth is the caretaker of tomorrow, and the world is always in the hands of the youth. So the youth has to be the priority, the number one, what is really being looked out for. To care for the youth, to care for the children of tomorrow, is to care for tomorrow, is to care for the planet, is to care for yourself, is to care for longevity, sustainability, all that good stuff. So now, what does it mean to be a leader? Anybody and everybody is a leader, can be a leader, and can be a bright, a light, a beacon of hope within their community. A lot of days these days, with everything being so amplified via the internet and just all these connections that people have, a lot of ideas aren't very sustainable because people think that everything has to be like the next big thing. If you're not Martin Luther King, you're not a leader. If you're not speaking to 100,000 people, you're not a leader. No, that's not true. What did I just say? The children and the youth is the future. To be a leader is to touch your own heart and inspire your own heart. To inspire the youth of tomorrow is to be a leader. If you inspire one person in your community, and that can be yourself, then you are a leader. You're a community leader, and we need you. Everyone has the truth within them. Now, whether that be the whole truth or a fragment of the truth, however it manifests, it's your responsibility to emulate that and let that live and amplify that so that other people can follow by your example. And the easiest way to do that is to be true to yourself. Your truth, your knowledge, your love, your information, your message that should be shared with the world is already in you. All you need to do is allow yourself to be who you are and open up so that you can step into that role, step into that leadership role, because people need you. Your community needs you. The world needs you. Your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your fathers, your siblings, they need you. You need to be when no one else is being, in whatever circle it is that you affect. People sell themselves too short, like I was saying, with the internet, everything being so accessible. If people don't have that instant gratification, a lot of the times it's really easy for you to feel like you're not having an impact, but you are. Any impact that you have on anyone is immeasurable. Any positive impact that you have, the world is going to see the residuals of that for generations to come. If you know, like, it might be called the butterfly effect. I don't know how, like, people say a butterfly's wing flap on one side of the earth can cause something crazy on the other. It's sort of like that. When you ignite that chain of positive influence, that is something that is a flame that is going to burn for eternity, so long as people are willing to cherish, accept, hear, and advocate for the truth and peace and love. And that is the natural human way. So I don't really see that going out of fashion anytime soon. So really, just to reiterate what I'm saying, man, you gotta be a leader. You gotta be a positive example. I'm not trying to take nothing away from nobody. You know, I spent a lot of my life being not so virtuous, and I'm still not. I'm flawed to the maximum. I have many shortcomings in who I am. Like we all do, but I'm never gonna allow that to stop me from doing what I need to do. I'm never gonna stop that, or I'm never gonna let that hold me back from being the very best version of myself I can be in any given instance. A lot of the times, being a leader, being a role model is not so much like a job or a title as it is a lifestyle. You know, you can at any point in time, in any situation, you can live and be the example of how to live righteously. A lot of times in society, people get peer pressured into putting on a facade, a mask, a face. People pretend X, Y, and Z about themselves. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you're only lying to yourself. Those facades you put on to get praise from other people are never going to foster anything real, are never going to foster anything genuine, because it's not who you are. If you have to put on a front, if you have to fake, that's never going to yield any real results. So the only real option then is to be your truth, to live your truth. And that is going to do more for everybody that you encounter than you trying to lie about yourself to fit people, your perceptions of what they want. It's always going to do more than that. That's the most you can do for somebody, is to lead by example, is to be unbridled in your truth, is to be you to the maximum and allow people to be inspired by that. There is no education, really. There's only inspiration. We all already have all the truth, all the love in us already. We just need to get that. We just need to pull that out for ourselves. And once you're there, it's only growth that can really come after that. So don't be fake. Don't be who you're not. And you know, I speak divinely. And I hope that people understand that nothing is concrete. I'm like, there's many things I live by, but I make decisions all the time that may not look like they were influenced by that, and believe it or not, they were. But you have to follow your own prerogative. If you want to go do something that might seem a little less savvy or savory to somebody, by all means do it. If you're not violating anybody else, you don't owe anybody any explanations ever, at any point, in any given time, in any situation, ever, under any circumstance, ever. You never need to answer anybody's questions about anything. You are who you are. You are the end all be all, first and final say. You are the absolute sovereignty over your body, over your person, over your will. If somebody is trying to take that from you or limit you in any way, you don't got to participate in that at all, because the only power anybody has over you ever is the power that you allow them to have, is that you bestow upon them. And so when you pick up those reins, when you take that power for yourself, you're on beast mode, bro. You're straight. Run with it until your legs fall off and disintegrate. Because that's what being human is. That's what this opportunity on this planet is. And you have to take it. Like I said, going back, you have to take it, because you have to be the role model, the positive influence for the youth of tomorrow. And that's really what it comes down to. It's really that simple. And that's where you see the separation between the men and the boys, the women and the little girls, the adults and the immature. People use the word maturity a lot to try and Jedi mind trick you into thinking you have to act or behave a certain way. And that's a bunch of bullshit. True maturity isn't like having a job, a 9 to 5, and like being just a fucking square lame-o. Being mature is realizing that like you don't gotta live your life at anyone's expense. Being mature is realizing that you are sovereign over yourself. Being mature is realizing that you are the authority. Being mature is facing things with understanding and open ears first, and judgment and second. That's maturity. And so don't let people twist these words into ways to manipulate you, because that's all it is. It's ways to manipulate you, and get you into some frame of thinking where you're not free, where you're not living your truth, where you're not doing what you want to do. And maturity, people saying you're immature or whatnot, is not the only time people do that. You'll see this everywhere. People are constantly trying to push on rhetoric of like what is and isn't acceptable, especially in reference to age, but in all facets of individuality. People are trying to control what you say, what you wear, what you do with your free time, what you spend your money on, and that's nobody's prerogative but your own. You have to be you. You have to do what you want to do. And when you're living righteously, when your life is based in what's righteous, your prerogative is naturally gonna align with the divine, with what's right. That's just naturally what's gonna happen, because you are an expression of the source, of the Most High. We are all unified in that absolute truth. We are all the expression of God. We are God's children in every sense of the word. We are God in every sense of the word. So when you really strip away all the outside applied factors, all of the brainwashing, all of the indoctrination, all that you are left with is absolute divinity, is absolute alignment, is the Most High, is the absolute vibration, the source conscious. That's all you're left with. And that will never steer you wrong, because it isn't wrong. So yeah, man, basically what I'm saying is be the best version of you that you can be, because people are watching, whether it is painstakingly obvious to you, or whether it's as subtle as somebody who you pass once on the street and never cross paths with them again. If they see you being confident in who you are, confident in your love, confident in your expressionism, that is an opportunity to yield a lasting, lifelong impact on them, that can alter the entire layout of history. That person, now having been touched by your positivity, might feel they now have the energy to get back to their passion, and their passion might just be curing cancer, so and that sounds like a stretch, but that shit is real. And the more positivity you spread, the more likely extreme repercussions like that are going to happen. I don't like to use the word repercussion, because that has like sort of a negative connotation, but I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, man, leadership, that's really the name of the game. Being a positive role model for everyone that you can. I want to reiterate something I said earlier. There's always the chance in any moment that you are alive, you have the opportunity to be a role model, to show people how shit is supposed to be going down. Because honestly, bro, this shit is laughable. If you look at like a lot of people, they can't keep their mouth shut. They can't stop projecting all their insecurities. They can't stop projecting their subconscious. They can't stop projecting their conscious. They can't stop. And when you step back and really analyze this shit, you can see where people are really pump faking for social points, for social clout, and you don't got to do none of that. You can be just because other people are doing wrong doesn't mean that you can't do right, is what I'm trying to say. So in any situation, you can really flex on people and show them like how this shit is supposed to be going down. Y'all can be on some little boy shit all you want. And I'm not going to feel peer pressured into stooping down to that level ever. I'm going to maintain this divine masculinity at all times. I'm a man, I'm a protector, I'm a provider, and nobody is ever going to take that from me. Nobody is ever going to make me not be that. I'm not going to start acting a fool or speaking ill about myself and the universe and love because that's what some other people are on. No. At every moment, you can show people how to be God. You can show them how to be an actual human being, a true human being. And it can be hard. It can be hard. It can be hard, and that's okay. It is okay for it to be hard. It's okay to feel a little bit awkward in that. That's, I suppose, just I don't ever feel that way, but it's a natural emotional response when we're subjected to as much indoctrination as we are. And what I was trying to say is all of that is by design. Society is specifically generated in a way to keep people in that perpetual state of clown shit, of not being real. So that's all people see. You turn on the news, it's clown shit. You go on social media, it's clown shit. You go on like alternative media, like YouTube or whatever, it's bullshit. No matter where you go, it's people being fake. And never think that that's not by design. And in that same vein, remember that you are also subjected to that. So take a step back every once in a while to really realign yourself and be like, okay, am I working with my highest intelligence? Am I working in my highest form right now? Am I being prejudiced? Am I engaging in biases? All that shit. But then also give yourself a pat on the back, because you're here. If you have any intelligent, coherent thoughts, if anything that I'm saying is resonating with you, congratulate yourself, because you're fighting all of Babylon right now, and the fact that you could come to these conclusions and resonate with these truths is proof that they can't hold you back, they can't stop you, and that you have all the power. So don't forget to give yourself a pat on the back, because you best believe there are people who only want to see bad for you, who only want to see you down bad, who only want to see you in your lowest form. And every day that you aren't depressed, every day that you're doing what makes you happy, is you actively combating that, actively going against those agendas, and being radical, being a fucking a soldier for the Most High, a soldier for truth, a soldier for love. And with that being said, I think that's all I really wanted to say about leadership. Be a leader. Be a positive influence on yourself. Be a leader not for others, for yourself. Be a positive influence and role model on yourself. And then a natural byproduct of that will be you being what others can look up to. I love all you guys. Sleep well. It's late. Sweet dreams. Namaste. We're on Spaceship Earth, baby. It's all love. Don't forget to recycle.